President Muhammadu Buhari congratulates Senator Ademola Adeleke following his victory in Saturday's gubernatorial election in Osun State. INEC commended on voting access for persons with disabilities, plus a 27-year-old suspected drug queen arrested at the Lagos airport. These and more will bring to you right now on Panorama. Thank you for joining us. I'm Ruth Aguela. President Muhammadu Buhari has congratulated Senator Ademola Adeleke, candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), following victory of the party in Saturday's gubernatorial election in Osun State. A statement by the Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, indicates that with the election over, the President expresses conviction that the people of Osun have expressed their will through the ballot, and the will of the people must always matter and be respected in a democracy. President Buhari notes that the successful conduct of the election is a further testimony to the maturity and commitment of all stakeholders, the electoral body, security agencies, political parties, the media, civil society and the electorate to further strengthen the integrity of the electoral process in the country, reassuring the nation that the commitment of this administration towards having credible elections remains unshaken. Following Senator Ademola Adeleke's victory at the Osun State governorship election, congratulatory messages have been pouring in from different sectors. Elizabeth Omori did a compilation for us. Here is it.
The chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Senator Iochia Ayu, congratulates Senator Ademola Adeleke, winner of the Osun State July 16 governorship election, and the people of the state who kept faith with their party. Similarly, the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, in his congratulatory message, says the ship of hope is already at the harbor under the umbrella of the People's Democratic Party, as the victory provided a catalyst for the party to see the opportunity in working together for the unity of Nigeria. In the same vein, the PDP Governors Forum congratulates Senator Ademola Adeleke on his victory as Governor-elect of Osun State. They also applaud the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, security agencies, election observers and monitors, the media, as well as the people of Osun State, who not only voted, but ensured that their votes count. Benue State Governor Samuel Otom has also praised Senator Adeleke for his steadfastness, hard work, and commitment to the welfare of the people that earned him the victory. The governor expressed optimism that Senator Adeleke will provide an enduring leadership for the people in appreciation for the massive support they gave through their votes. In Abuja, Elizabeth Omori, NTA News.
We hear that residents of Osogbo, the Osun State capital, were in celebration mood over the victory of Senator Ademola Adeleke, the governor-elect. Shagun Lawole reports.
Yes, if they come in Osogbo, the capital of Osun State, where the election has just been concluded, and our first ballot all went well. Unlike the inconclusive election the other time, everyone seems to be happy with the situation. At the break of the dawn, the mood in Osogbo and environs suddenly changed from what could best be described as uneasy calm to that of celebration after INEC's declaration of Senator Ademola Adeleke as the Osun State governor-elect. Although it's a Sunday, some PDP faithful, joined by residents, mustered the courage to celebrate along major streets of Osogbo, while human and vehicular movement continued without any breach of peace.
I'm very happy. I give all glory to Almighty God for what happened yesterday. People in this too by us yesterday. We appreciate all people of Osun State. If I cannot even express things, because within me now, I'm so happy.
With this, it seems the people have clearly spoken. For INEC, I give them thumbs up, and the security too. I mean, the helicopters were over my house like since Wednesday or Thursday. I knew Much as that people to the uninformed will say that as trying to intimidate the public, but they came out. Retired civil servant, serving civil servant that look, we must protect our vote.
Today is a day of my happiness, which I love past to God who made me. Imole was announced, which I say, Imole, Imole, Imole.
Similarly, PDP members in Ile-Ife, led by the Deputy Governor-elect Sunday Adewusi, took to the streets to celebrate the party's victory at the polls.
We have gone around the whole town now to thank them for their support that led us to this stage. So we are very, very grateful.
It seems what people are all looking forward to is inauguration if there are no contention. At first ballot, I think it shows that people are quite happy. Shegulawole, NTA News.
The Inspector General of Police, Usman Alkali Baba, has applauded the security operatives and Osun electorate for the peaceful conduct of the Saturday governorship election in the state. In a statement by the Force Public Relations Officer, Olumuyiwa Adejobi, the IGP says the deployment of about 21,000 personnel and assets led to the swift response to pockets of electoral offences, while urging Nigerians to toe the line of peaceful conduct in subsequent elections. The Inspector General of Police equally commends the collaborative efforts of other security agencies in the peaceful conduct of the elections and assures Nigerians of subsequent improvement in election security management. The Campaign for Equal Voting Access for Persons with Disabilities, a program of the Center for Citizens with Disabilities, has commended the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) and other election stakeholders for what it calls significant improvement on the number of accessible polling units for persons with disabilities and other vulnerable groups during the just concluded Osun governorship election. The group, in a preliminary statement signed by its chairman, David Anyaele, said it was impressed that marginalized population such as the aged, nursing mothers and pregnant women and persons with disabilities were offered priority voting in a significant number of the polling units observed across the 3 senatorial districts of the state. The group says reports from its observers indicate that INEC cited a significant number of polling units along roadsides and dropped the ballot boxes on the floor, whilst a good number of other polling units were sited in building without access for those on wheelchairs. In future, the group wants INEC to review the location of a large number of polling units across street gutters or in schools with steps or high pavements, which give voters with disability much struggle to cast their vote. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has been asked to review the positioning of voting cubicles in polling units in order to protect the secrecy of the ballot and prevent the reoccurrence of vote trading. Guest on NTA's Good Morning Nigeria, while reviewing the just concluded Osun governorship election, noted that politicians are deploying fresh strategies on vote trading. Lydia Sampson reports.
The Osun governorship election, another off-cycle poll, has been done and dusted. Election observers applaud the significant improvement in voter turnout, early accreditation of voters, and the electronic transmission of results from ward level to collation center, which is now a game changer. Now, while the incidence of violence has come down drastically, that of vote trading has gone up rather discreetly.
The positioning of the ballot of the voting cubicle can reduce the secrecy of the ballot. It's okay for you to place it differently in a number of the polling units that we visited and that the observers reported. You can see that the ballot, the cubicle is placed in a way that does not allow secrecy at all. People are looking over their shoulders. Even the way it's placed close to the INEC ad hoc staff, you will find out that they can't even see what they're doing.
About the issue of about arresting and prosecuting. Of course, the entire public heard that when we were in Ekiti, some persons were arrested with money. We've not heard from the police what's happened. But truly, not only INEC, but even the media, the civil society organizations should follow up to know what happened, because there must be some form of deterrent Some people must be used as scapegoat, as you said. If people know that some people went to jail because of this, next time they will be a little bit careful.
INEC is therefore requested to do a thorough postmortem with a view to enhancing the credibility of elections going forward.
There's no controversy today about the use of technology in administering election in Nigeria. I think this is good to note. And there's a way in which it signals what is likely to happen in future, with future elections. I mean, with public confidence high, with the enthusiasm and the turnout, I think we can look forward to a successful 2023.
It is expected that the successes of the off-season polls will be brought to bear on the 2023 general elections. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
Away from the election, the Federal Executive Council has sent best wishes to Vice President Professor Yemi Osinbajo as he recuperates following a successful surgery on account of a fracture of his right thigh bone, a long-standing injury associated with the game of squash. Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, in a statement on behalf of FEC members, wishes the Vice President quick recovery in order to continue to give the needed support for the overall growth and stability of the country. To other issues, the House of Representatives has insisted that operators in upstream sector of the Nigerian oil and gas industry must submit themselves for proper forensic audit to determine the exact amount to remit to the Nigeria Content Development and Monitoring Board. This was at the end of an investigative hearing on remittance of 1% of contracts awarded to the board. John Yako reports.
9 companies appeared before the House of Representatives Committee investigating non-remittances to the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board after failing twice to appear to defend allegations of defaulting. Non-auditing of accounts, absence of documents to support payments, or non-receipt of funds by the board between 2010 and 2022 are reasons advanced for the hearing.
When that demand was served on us, the license was revoked, and we have been remitting the 1% NCD levy to NCDMB, and have even come up with a summary of the payment.
It can only be in production to be able to pay these commitments, regulatory obligations that we are expected to do.
The finance team did not avail all the relevant documents. That is where we are. Until all the relevant documents come in, we will not be able to accept their position.
Companies that have complied were given a week by the committee to provide evidence of payments, while those who are yet to reconcile their accounts with the board were asked to do so immediately.
We're not going to take things lying, we're going to follow up, like I said earlier, and ensure that if you're not responsive to NCDM, you have no business continuing in the sector. As we help you to go, also show good faith and encourage NCDM to be able to carry out its functions and obligations.
The 1% remittance by oil companies to NCDMB is aimed at increasing local capacity and knowledge transfer within the oil and gas industry in Nigeria. In Abuja, John Yaku, NTA News.
A look at the judiciary. A senior advocate of Nigeria, Yakubu Chunoko Mekyo, has emerged the president-elect of the Nigerian Bar Association. Mekyo emerged winner as NBA president-elect, having polled 22,342 votes to defeat 2 other contenders, Joe Kiari Gadzama, SAN, and Jonathan Taidi, a former general secretary of the NBA. Additional Adigbite was elected general secretary with a total of 18,536 votes, representing 56.2% of votes cast for the office. With this victory, Mekyo SAN becomes the 31st president of the NBA. He is expected to take over from Olumide Akpata in August 2022. And to education matters, the Nigerian Labour Congress has urged the federal government to negotiate in good faith to resolve the ongoing public universities strike and not keep the unions in the dark concerning the Professor Nimi Brooks' recommendation. A statement by the NLC President Ayuba Wabba indicates that the concern by the Congress becomes necessary in view of recent reports in the media that the federal government may have rejected its own Nimi Briggs Committee on renegotiation of the 2009 agreement on the premise of an alleged disparity between the pay rise allocated to university teaching staff and non-teaching staff. WAPA urges the federal government to conclude the ongoing negotiation with trade unions in Nigeria universities and be prepared to commence implementation of whatever collective bargain agreement that will arise so that public universities can resume normal activities. We'll take a breather. We're back shortly. Stay tuned. Welcome back. A 27-year-old suspected drug queen has been arrested at the Lagos airport for planting cannabis sativa concealed in fetish bowls on two Oman-bound male passengers. The suspects are believed to be traveling to Oman, Middle East, before they were intercepted by NDLEA operatives at the airport. Meanwhile, operations conducted in Nasarawa, Kaduna and Adamawa states see to the seizure of 91 jumbo bags of cannabis weighing 1,029.5 kg and quantum of pharmaceutical opioids, as well as arrest of 8 suspects. Kasina Police Command has arrested an SKP from Kuje Correctional Center and 4 suspected kidnappers parading the suspects at the command's headquarters. Police Public Relations Officer Superintendent Gambo Isa reaffirmed commitment towards securing lives and property. Let's hear more from Awal Haliru.
As part of intensified efforts to protect lives and property, Katsina State Police Command succeeded in arresting 14 suspects alleged to have committed various crimes. Among the suspects is one SKP from Kuje Correctional Center named Kamal Lawal, who was arrested at a hideout in the Musa local government area of the state.
In the course of the investigation, some quantity of dried leaf suspected to be in there was also recovered in his possession during police search. Suspect will be handed over to Nigeria Correctional Service for further necessary action.
The command also paraded leader of a kidnapping gang, Bella Saleh, along with 3 other members of the gang. SP Gamba Isa also noted the efforts of the command in arresting suspected armed robbers who specialize in housebreaking, terrorizing people within Katsina metropolis. Items recovered include motorcycles, locally made guns, computers, and other dangerous weapons. The Police Public Relations Officer SP Gamba Isa assured residents of the continued commitment to secure lives and property in the state. Awal Haliru, NTA News.
Zamfara state government has disassociated itself from the recent turbaning of a notorious bandit kingpin Ado Aliru as Sarkim Fulani by the Emir of Burning Yanduto in Safi local government area of the state. In this regard, the state governor, Bello Mohammed, has directed for the suspension of the emir with immediate effect, according to a statement issued by Secretary to Zamfara state government, Kabiru Balarabi. The governor has consequently approved the constitution, a committee to investigate the circumstances that led to the action of the suspended monarch. In the meantime, Alhaji Mahe Garba Marafa, who is the district head of Yandoto, is hereby assigned to take over the affairs of the emirate till further notice. Religious understanding we hear is fast gaining ground among Christians and Muslims in Kaduna as Evangelical Church of West Africa, ECWA, hosted Muslims during their Sunday devotion. Sunday Adamu reports that adherents of the two religions in Kaduna are lowering their differences to foster unity, understanding and tolerance.
This church service is unique because it is a congregation of adherents of two major dominant religions, Islam and Christianity. It is quite unusual for both to worship in the same place, but in the spirit of unity, peace and brotherhood, the church played host to its visiting Muslim community.
We see this as a means of bridging the gap between us. We see this as opportunity to emphasize the oneness, the commonality that we have.
The spiritual gathering provides platform for the need for adherents of the two religions to unite and form a formidable force.
People are using religion to make us fight for their selfish ends. So my advice is not only the Christians, but both Muslim and Christians should encourage this kind of services.
If we understand each other and are doing the right thing, we will be able to choose a leader who will love the country and will do everything for the country.
Leader of Muslim community described the visit to the church as historic, with far-reaching implication on the unity and peaceful coexistence.
Let's understand each other and continue to live in peace and harmony. If there is no peace, there is no development.
Interfaith prayers were offered for the nation and its leaders, as well as security challenges bedeviling the country. Adamu Sunday, NTA News.
Reports just reaching us says Oyo State House of Assembly has impeached the Deputy Governor Rauf Olaniyan. We're going to bring you details in subsequent bulletin. Let's take sports update. That's Panorama. Thank you very much for your time. We'll continue to urge you to support NTA in the fight against rape and rapists. I'm Ruth Aguele. Bye.